Hello and welcome to this first ever bullet journal flip through. I'm just going to flip through my journal and just show you what sort of things I've included in it to keep myself organised with my blog and my business this year. So first of all, let's start off. I chose an A4 notepad. It's a Leuchtturm 1917, I think that's how you pronounce it. Which seems to be the favoured brand amongst bullet journalers, and I liked it because it already had the numbered pages, your numbered pages here, index written out in the front. So you've got your index here, so I can fill that out as I fill out my pages, and also because it's a real good big size. I wanted an A4, so I had lots of room, and plenty of room for all my daily planners. So that was the main reason I chose an A4 one. So let's just start at the beginning. So what I've done, started off at the beginning of the year with my goals for 2017. This I've just got an at-a-glance calendar. I just wanted to make something pretty at the beginning of the year. First mistake of the year, August twice. And then also I've included a little quote to myself and my word for the year as well down here. So this is just a nice reminder right at the beginning of the year of my bullet journal. This is my goals for the year. So I've got some sort of general goals, things I want to achieve. I've got my figures and my income sources down here, and then my brand vision I've written down, included right at the bottom down here as well. And this little thing here is a thermometer, which I'm going to fill up as the year goes and record the whole of my yearly income all in one place. I thought that would be good fun. As you can see, I've not actually done these two pages yet, but this page I'm going to keep clear and just write down any big achievements that I have. So this will be reaching big milestones, whether that's income or maybe followers or even, nice comments, sales figures, whatever. Anything that I think, yeah, I really want to celebrate that, I'm going to put that down here. And that will keep as a nice reminder for the days maybe when I'm feeling a bit down or perhaps things aren't going quite so good. I'll be able to look at that page and make myself feel happy again. And what I'm going to do on this page is break down, I have actually done this, I've just not transferred it into this bullet journal yet. Break down my goals from January to June. I'm just doing 6 months because this book is only going to last me 6 months. So this is going to be 6 months in this book, and then I'll start another book in July for the last 6 months of the year. So here I'm just going to break down individual goals per month. So that will be very simple. It'll be things like my traffic goals, my sales goals, and any other sort of things I know that I want to make or create for that particular month. And the last thing is a yearly thing, is my 2017 stats. So this is an at a glance, the most important stats I want to track for the year from January through to June. So this is, you can see I've got page views and unique visitors. It's things like the number of posts I managed to publish in a month, number of videos I publish in a month. This is something that I really want to get on top of, is posting videos and blog posts regularly. So that's why I've put this down here as something I can track. And then I Skillshare stuff, subscribers, and also income and things as well, what I've spent and what I've earned. And lots of space down here to add any other projects, anything else that I start within the next 6 months that I want to track, or anything that, becomes important over the next 6 months. This page is for January goals. So I've done this for every month. We'll have a page like this. So this is a more in-depth look at my January goals. So I started off with a traffic goal. I then got my income goal, and this is my goals for how many blog posts I want to publish, how many videos and how many emails I want to send out to my list. And then what I've also included here is action steps. So these action steps will get broken down. I'll show you how I do that later on. But these are the most important action points that I need to get done to achieve my income and traffic goals for the month. So I'll do one of these every month. this page is my Level Up chalkboard. This is something I do as part of the mastermind group I'm in. And it's a visual overview of my income goals, and also so I can then, each little square represents a sale or an amount, and then that all gets crossed off, filled in as it's done. So that's that. And then this over here is my stats and review page for the month. So what I'm doing here, this started off, I had originally planned to have a monthly stats page, and then I filled out my yearly one, well, my 6 monthly one, and I thought there was not a lot of point filling everything out per month and then changing it and putting it onto the other page as well. So what I've done instead, I've just literally put the information up here for my blog. So this is my referrers, and I track my traffic referrers, and also my most popular posts for each month as well. I want to keep a track of here. And then just a short review, what went well, any achievements, and then what didn't go so well, so any lessons I've learnt that month as well. So this is just, review, and again, this is something that I will fill out every month. So then we move on to this page. This is going to be one of my favourite pages. This is my month at a glance. So I filled this out, I like a calendar, and then what I'm going to do with this page is record when I filled out a blog post, when I've sent an email, and when I've added a video to YouTube, shared a video in the Facebook group, published a Skillshare class, and then these other two little things here is to get 30 pins pinned a day to my own individual boards, so that'll be non-automated pins, and the days that my buffer queue is full for Twitter, because these two little things here are the social media tasks that I neglect most often. So what I want to be able to do at the end of each month is to look back at this page and for it to be filled in, so I can see that, yep, I posted a blog post regularly, I managed to keep up with sharing the pins, that I kept my buffer queue full, and I'm hoping I'll be able to look back through this and then I'll be able to tally that up, with my income results and see what worked and what didn't, so I can sort of say, well, yeah, the months I published a lot of blog posts, this is what I'm thinking will happen. The months that I published a lot of blog posts, the months I kept up with my social media and all that sort of stuff, are the months that I'm going to make more money and get more traffic. That's what I think is going to happen. So, but I want this is going to be a nice overview at the end of the month of what I've actually achieved and, what I've managed to create and put out there in front of people. So that's my month. I've not done weekly ones. I know weeklies is one of the things that was part of the bullet journal system, but I didn't need a weekly one because I wanted to have full days. So I was on holiday for this, so I've not really bothered filling any of this in. So let's start with the day that I have. So I've done one of these every day because I wanted to have all of my daily tasks all in one place. I didn't want to have to be flipping backwards and forwards to different trackers and like weekly views and monthly views to see what I needed to do. So it's going to mean a little bit more work because some of this stuff I'm going to have to copy out sort of regularly. But for me, the way I work, it's so I just have one thing to look at and I'm not going to be distracted by the other things that perhaps I need to do at the month. So the way I work, I like to know exactly what needs to be done today and what needs to only be done today. Because like I said, I am very easily distracted. So what I do, I have an events, and this is like publish my blog posts and email my list, or this might be publish a video, maybe if I was doing a live or something like that, or any other events, things that might be going on will be here. Now they have a simple to-do list. I try and put maybe somewhere between sort of 3 and 6 things on my to-do list. So this will be little individual things. Some of these will be longer jobs, some of these may be only 10-minute tasks, but it's things that need to be done. I'm then going to track my income, so this will be money going in and out, because again, income tracking is something that I'm not the best at, so I want to make this nice and easy for myself, so at the end of the month I can go back through and copy these figures down and it won't take me long to keep track of. And then also just a little section at the bottom if there's anything personal going on that I need to know to do, because obviously if I've got personal stuff going on, it's going to affect how much work stuff I've got time to do. This is my social media things I need to do. So this is my Facebook groups that I promote in. So each day I've written down the groups that have got threads and which things it is for posting, because some of these will be blog posts and say this one's an Instagram one. And then I've got for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and Pinterest, this is all the things I need to add to these pages. So some of this I can schedule, but I write it down on the day that I want it to be done. And then if I schedule it, I can just tick off the colour in the box to say, yeah, it's done, it's been scheduled, I can forget about it. So so this will be, you know, what I'll share on each page, on my page and on Twitter. And then this is the Pinterest stuff, is keeping track of the things to pin to my individual boards. So that's my daily ones. Like I said, I've got one of these, and I try and do a week at a time. So Sunday evening I'll sit down, write all this out and fill in my weeks as I go. And then at the back of my book, so all these pages here will be filled in. There should be, if I've counted properly, enough pages here for a page a day for the next 6 months, apart from Saturdays and Sundays, which share a page because I don't do so much on a Saturday and a Sunday. So basically the only thing I really keep up with is a couple of groups that I post to on a Saturday in Facebook, and the rest of it's Pinterest, and it will just be my to-do. So I didn't need all this extra space for Saturdays and Sundays, so they share a page. And then at the very back of my book I've got some trackers. So to start with, I'm tracking my blog posts. So every single blog post that I write, I want to track in here what I've written down. So this is, everyone gets given a code, which I'll then show you in a minute how I use this code, date it was published, and one line about the topic that a post was about. So this again is something I can look back over and see what I've already written about. I can reference back to it when I'm filling out my blog posts, so you know, for related posts that I can link back to and that sort of thing. This is my promo tracker. So this is where I've used my code. So rather than have to write out, you know, the same information again that I've already written down there, I just fill out the code, and this is my promotion. So this is what gets done as soon as it's published. So it gets put to my Pinterest group boards or my board booster. I have a board booster scheduled campaign for my group boards. This is my own individual board. So I write down in my planner, as I've just shown you, which boards I want to put it to on which days. This is for my Facebook page. This is if I put it in an email. Twitter, that's for scheduling. I schedule a month's Twitter at a time. And then to Google Plus and Instagram. And then at the end, after a month, I'll go back and with an alternate pin, I do 4 alternate pins per blog post. So with each alternate pin, I'll share that again in my group boards in month 1, month 3 and month 6. And it'll also get shared to Twitter again as well. So that's that for my blog post promotional tracker. Same thing with my email. So whenever I write an email, again, the date it was sent out, what I wrote about, and this is to track my open rate and my click-through rate. This is the segment that it got sent out to, whether it was a promotional email or a regular email, and this is if it include videos or downloads. As again, it's just a quick overview of what emails I've sent out and what I've included in them. So again, I can look back when I'm planning my emails and see what I've already sent out, or again, maybe reference back to the ones I've already done. Or if I put a video, I can then maybe reuse that video at a later date, or reuse that download at a later date as well. And my Skillshare tracker is the last one. So what I've done, what I'm going to do here is fill out all of my Skillshare classes and the dates they were published, and then for each month from January through to June, fill out the number of enrolments and the number of minutes of each class have been watched. Skillshare pay you based on the number of minutes of each class that have been watched, so that's why I want to track the number of minutes and the enrolments as well. I'd just like to keep track of the numbers on there too. And that at the moment is all I've got down for my trackers. I'm planning on adding a couple more. Probably I want to work this year on building up affiliate income, so I want to keep an affiliate income tracker as a breakdown of which affiliates bring me the most income, and also just a general income and expenses tracker as well that I can fill out maybe monthly, which will help me keep on top of my accounts because I'm terrible at doing that. So if I've got something there to fill out monthly, then that's going to keep me a lot more organised as well. So that's my bullet journal for my blog and my business. I hope you found that helpful. If you've got any questions, just get in touch. And if you hit subscribe, I will be back and I will share a few more videos, and I will definitely be back in a month or two and share what it looks like and how I'm getting on with it once I've actually started using it for the year. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and I will speak to you soon.